We're going to use Paymattic Pro this time for when subscribers fill in a form, then there will be published, will be pushed into a membership level. And this is the Paymattic Pro, and this is the membership levels that I've embedded. There are three: the free, the starter, and pro. So first you have to set up Paymattic, and the first thing that you want to do is do the integrations. And then when you have the integration, then you have to embed the webhook, or you have to toggle it on. Then you have to go to the payment gateways, and this time we're choosing for the Stripe. So we have the test key and the secret key, and we grab that from Stripe. We have here the AP keys. This is the test environment. Then we have here the public key and the secret key, and we just have to put it in here. So this is the test mode. Keep that in mind. If you have the live mode, then you have use, of course, the live keys. And then what we have to do is to the webhooks, and we have to install a webhook. So we go into the settings, and we are going to the general settings first. Let's do that as in the beginning. Now this is the currency that I'm using because I'm using also the ideal, and I'm coming from Europe, from the Netherlands. So make sure that you have embedded the proper currencies, and then you have to go to the payment gateway, and we have to use the webhook URL, and we have to copy it. So we have to copy it, and we go to Stripe, and we go into adding another webhook URL. We're going to embed it in here, and we give it a description. Doesn't matter. And then we have to grab a couple of codes. So we have this one, and we have to embed it in Stripe as well. So let's search for it. And the second one, we have to use this one, copy it and paste it in here. And then we have another one, and we have 3 more left. So we embed it in here, and just toggle it on. I forgot this one, or didn't I? Let's see. Yeah, I have to check it on. So there's that one, and then the last two, this one takes a little bit time, and then we have to check it on, and the last one. So now we've done that, we copy it and we paste it in here, and we check it, and we save the whole thing. So that's one. So now we have done that, then we can make the form. So make sure that you have all the right integrations, and that you have all the settings used properly. And then we go into all the forms, and we have to make a subscription plan, create a form, and we're going to select a subscription. And now this is important. When you see this, the plans, then you immediately have to change them before you run in the hook. Before you run it, there is now nothing happens. But when you make it the form and when you run it once, then it will stay there. So keep that in mind. You must first finish this before you will run the webhook with submitting the form. So let's see, the subscription plan, we had the free free starter and the pro. So we make it free. We make another one the start. This one pro. And we save it. But then we have to customize the payments settings. Now this is another payment provider, so we have to delete this one, and we have to check for Stripe. So this is Stripe, and you can customize it. And you can watch other tutorials, or maybe I will show you later on how you can customize it, because that's not what this tutorial is about on this moment. So success, and then we can switch to the editor. And if you want to, for example, to change this, you have to click on it, and then so this is one example. Then we save it. So we have the form, and we go to all forms. I'm going to grab the codes, and we're going to the page, to the front end page, and so we're going to edit with Elementor. I'm going to embed the codes, the short codes. So then we paste it, apply, and we see that it's there. Now when we watch it, then we can see that we can use the free, and then we are going to the payments, and then you can see that it works, and the plan is free, as you can see here. And we're checking something else, the starter, and we go in here, and then you see the starter. The checkout page is the starter, so it starts, so it works. Okay, good. Now we update it. And then the next thing that we want to do is go to Uncanny Automator, and we are going to make a webhook. So all recipes, we're going to make a new one. So add the new one, and for everyone, so it's not it doesn't have to be a logged in user. And then we are choosing the webhook, and we are going to copy the webhook, and you can choose the Johnson, but you can also use auto. Then we are going to the forms once again, and here it is, and we are going to edit this form, and we're going to the settings and to the webhooks. So the webhook will only appear when you have to the integration, when you have toggle it on. Now we're gonna embed the webhook, and we're gonna paste it, and we're gonna post, and we're gonna use the Johnson in this case, and this is the name. Then we create the webhook. Don't forget to save it. If you don't save it, then it won't work. So now we have to check it out. We have to get the samples. Don't turn it on. Just leave it on draft, otherwise it won't work, or it will work with errors. So we are going to an incognito, and we want to refresh the page, and here is the page. So we get the samples, and we start, and now you see immediately that it works, and this is 0. Now why I'm saying this. In a bit, I'm going to explain you why I'm saying this. So this is 0, and this is the token. Now we're going to use another, or we're going to do it another time. You can see here this credit card. I'm going to show you what's wrong because we have checked it for idle. But let's just make another submission. So this is 0, and then we are going back, and we're going to choose for the second one, the starter. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to run the webhook. So get the samples, and we're going to choose for the second one, the seconds, and that must be number 1. As you can see here, that's number 1, and then the last time is number 3. I think you get the picture, but let's just do it anyway because you have time enough. And this is number 3. Yep, and this is number 3. And actually, oh no, it's number 2, of course. It's 0, 1, and 2. So use these fields. Now, what's the strange part is that when we go into the form and we are going to the editor and we see here the form, then you can see that the submission plans are here with #1. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, but in Uncanny Automator and with the samples, they start with 0. So keep that in mind. Now we are going to use this token. So we're going to save it first, and let's grab this token. Now I'm going to show you that when you're using this, and with the actions, of course, it's a wishlist membership, needs user data. Let's do that first. New user, and go to the email, and the email we're going to grab it from the webhook. So we are going to the webhook, and we're going to the customer email, and the username will be the customer name. So let's see, this is the customer's name, and what to do when the customer already exists. Then we are going to use select existing data, and we save it. So that is done. Now the second thing is the actions, and the first action will be a membership level, and it will be the free, and the next action will be the membership level, and it will be the starter, and the next action will be membership level, and it will be the pro version, and we're going to save it. So when we go in here, so to the memberships, nothing happens. So we did submit the forms, but there is nobody there. And what is this? Free, starter, and pro. I'm going to delete this one, is one too much. So now we have said that when the trigger runs, then give them a subscription level. But when we are doing it this way, then every time when somebody submits the form, they will be added to all the 3 subscriptions plan. That makes no sense. So we have to filter it out, and we use the token. Now this is the thing that I wanted to tell you. If you just paste the token, it won't work. It just won't work. Keep that in mind. So you have to delete it, and you have to grab the token from the webhook itself. And so the webhook is here, and then we use the token. This is the token, and the criteria is, so it started with 0. This was the first level. And then we have to filter out the second one, and that is the token, and grab it from the webhook itself, and it must be the same token is. 1. And as you can guess, the last one is of course the token and from the webhook, and it's going to be number 3, but the value is 2. So the value was 1 and 2 and the 3 was 0. And now you can put it in the live mode. Check it on. So when we go to the members, then let's see if it's working. So we are going back, refresh the page once again, no subscriptions, and this is the free, and now immediately it pushed into the membership level. So you see, immediately it will be published. So without paying, and that is something that we're gonna do in the other tutorial. So let's try the starter. It will be added without paying into the starter. And if you can guess, the last one, when we are going to embed in the pro version, and it's user, and then you see that it's the pro version. So they will be added to the lists, to the membership levels that they have selected. So that is that. Yeah, so the important thing is that you have to toggle it off when you are working in the fields. Otherwise you get some problems. And remember that when you have made a subscription plan, then everything will be stored in the dashboard of Stripe. So when you are deleting everybody, so when you're selecting every customer, so this are the subscriptions, you can see them here. So you can also change it here in Stripe when something went wrong on the website. So that was it for this tutorial. Now I told you that this is only working directly when they submitted the form, but we also wanted to work only when they have submitted, or when they have paid in Stripe. So that is something for the next tutorial, otherwise it will be getting too much for one time. But the other thing that I wanted to show you is that when you go into the settings and to the payments, you see here that it's credit card, and this is what I told you in here. Now you can see here the credit card, and you can check whatever you want. Now use Stripe, because that is what we have set up here in this tutorial. When we check it off, then we can choose for ideal and save the settings, and now it will work with the ideal. So let's just try it once again, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, and if you have some questions, just leave it under in the comments. And if you can see here, now it's ideal. Okay, this was it for this tutorial, and the next time I'm going to show you how it will work when you want only to have them in a membership level when they have paid with Stripe. Ciao, and see you the next time.